Blessings and salutations, wonderful Geminis and the cross watchers who love you. I'm Sunny, the Urban Tarot, and it's a general collective read, so it may not resonate to all of you, but how many of you, I truly appreciate your view. I want you to know because at this time I don't do personal reads, but when I do a read for YouTube, like a collective general, anytime it's just for if you come through, if it's for you, you know, if it's not, let it go. Because even when I do a read, I'll say you and it could be them, she, and it's him. Because it's general, I only see it as I read it. So sometimes I even say me when I'm not even the astrology sign that's in the read. And even with that, I'll say the astrology sign that I see. For some of you, it don't even matter to you, but because I do the reads according to the astrology sign, I felt the need to let it be known because some of you might care. So either way, again, doing these reads for you is a privilege for me. So if it happened to be a message for you, can you like the video, subscribe if you haven't. If you did, thank you kindly for doing what you did. In the pre-shuffle I seen for some in this message had to do with, looking at the past and not looking at it in the sense of wanting to go there. It's like moving. It's like it doesn't feel the need to address something that's behind you. It looks more or less that you are juggling some things, but it looks like even with that, you're holding on. You're juggling like new things, new ways, maybe, but I still see you holding on to your investments. You're holding on to certain things that you could not even feel you can lose in the process of the things that you're willing to give up. So and let me say this, because I'm doing mutable signs today. Gemini is showing too, even with this adjustment, because mutable signs adjust. They adjust according to what they need to do to be in the best way for them, for your highest good. So it's like you're not going to stay stuck and feel like if this way don't work, then I'm going to try it this way. This doesn't serve me, then I'm going to try this way. It's just always looking to this way. It's not like where you won't give it a try. No, you try many ways and give many opportunities, but once it's ran its course, can't force it, yeah? So we're going to see what we have for Geminis. Please, this October read. Dear God, thank you for your mercy, blessings, protection, forgiveness, abundance, and direction. Through your grace to our angel ancestors and spirit guides, please allow me to see with clarity for the highest good for our wonderful, beautiful Geminis. Amen. All right, October 2022. 2022 for Geminis, please. Please show me what I need to see for Geminis, please. For Geminis, please. Please show me what I need to see. October 2022. Highest good for our beautiful Geminis, please. Show me what I need to see. Keep in mind, Geminis, if you didn't know, when I'm in Hood NYC, I'm in my zen, even though you might hear all types of things happening in the background, inside and outside my apartment. I'm just okay. Awesome source. Geminis, you're no longer in your head. You out of that stinking thinking. At one time, there was a lot of stuff you was feeling, you was doubting for some, but now you're no longer feeling that way. You're moving forward to a new day. And what I also see with the Eight of Swords and that Eight of Wands is in there with the angel numbers as far as your abundance. That's what I see too. Well, at least yeah, because I see the challenge in the past had to do with some really, manipulative, needy people. Person, male, female, it could be one person. I'm just saying, I just see that. Okay, so even currently what it felt like, even when you did return or tried to work things out, it always didn't work out for you. So it's more or less saying no more trying to go back in the past. I see the Six of Swords, but I also see the Six of Cups. And even with the six, if the angel number is, I believe it's in a place of knowing. Let me tell you, because I believe that the six is just a saying that this change is beneficial to you. Let me see. Let me see. Holding on to something negative when there's other aspects and expectations. Ask yourself, is this healthy for me? Yeah. Am I treating myself? Yeah. Treating myself. Changes to make a better option is what has caused the pause. Wisdom from pain. Definitely seeing that's what's happening here. You're seeing there's no need to go back. Let's see. I seen that Three of Pentacles trying to work with people. Look, who wasn't really into truly building, interested in your stability wholeheartedly. It looks like it wasn't like even in the process of you trying to work with them or accommodate them, that's not what they was trying to do. If you was trying to come together, it wasn't fated for you to help them because it was preventing you from having what's for you. What I'm trying to say is, and I'm starting to pick up sometime when we be feeling the best thing to do is to help someone because we all been in a position for we needed some assistance. But when somebody's has not done the work and they just expect for you to take on that burden, then honestly, not only they're blocking your blessings, but again, you're blocking their karma. So it's not going to help you. But now I think coming out this realization of what it is, it's like, oh, I see. And it's disappointing that you had to make this choice here, Gemini energy. Look at you. You had to make this choice to say, I can't put in this work with them. The 8 come out again because, look, it was shocking your foundation, breaking yours down. And it's more or less saying no longer taking the slow to see how it's going to work and giving them the benefit of the doubt. It's just making the moves for you. OMG. I see. Yup. This is looking pretty good. I see Gemini here. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aries, Virgo. But like I said, it's always everybody's here because when you see wands and cups and swords and pentacles, that means the whole, everybody's here. Yeah, that sneeze means it's the truth. Oh. Okay. I see Capricorn and Cancer here. With some air energy, but you are air as well. You're heavy air. So you seem like was obsessing over this victory of yours. Moving this move. Or even for some a car. But let's see. What we have here for Gemini, please. October 2022 for Gemini, please. Gemini, please. Gemini's highest good, October 2022, please. Let's see. Gemini, please. Balance equals in. And a boy who cried wolf. So yeah, it was more or less seeing that it was draining. You can no longer give to this in the past and feel in a good place. Because from their instability, they was always calling on you or making a spectacle to where this boy cried wolf, immature, and an insecure energy that's constantly, I feel some fire there, that's constantly in need and causing a distraction. because they're not capable of getting their pinnacles, you know. Queen of Cups. Even when you did return or felt the need to try to make things work, it was giving them a pass, like, okay, this isn't, everybody has their days. Everybody, it's not just about what's expected. It's also about how somebody feels. And so even with the attempt, I just see it was just a bigger task for you to fill. Look, private, mind the business that pays you. Like, yeah, that's not for me. The twin flame too hot to obtain, maybe next lifetime. And the fact that they're not even concerned or they're not willing to do the work to even care to see about your stability is more or less you making that your priority. Ooh, power couple here. Okay, now. With the five, yeah, it's showing too this overwhelmed, underappreciated, disappointed. People are immature, insecure, and I definitely seen with this boy who cried wolf energy. It doesn't have to be a boy. It could be the gender is not the issue, but it shows autumn, which is currently autumn. This is also a transition period when you go where the leaves fall off the trees and it become bare and the nights are longer. It's more or less in this analogy of it being some scarcity, of it showing you need to be prepared because things are changing. Well, spirit is strong, yo. Powering through. Truth is clear. Yes. You see it had to do with them. They had some jealousies and insecurities. So that's why I was like, felt the need that it had to come to this inevitable end. Because as much as you can't keep trying to kill somebody with kindness, thinking that would help. Because as much as they see, or whatever y'all been through in the past, you're elevated from that pain. You came out the darkness from the forest, and more or less and it's also come to with some strong, like some pain from a lack of maternal energy as well. But it shows some natural healing, because when I see the natural healing, I don't see it being done by a professional like therapy or something like that. It looks like it's more or less trying to get in your zen and take care of things that you need to feel, because you don't want nobody even to see any form of weakness. Even with this toxicity all around you, with certain, I see multiple feminine energies that's, and it's not the gender, it's just saying what I see with the Cinderella and the stepmother and the stepsisters, people picking sides, people feeling like they're a victim, and people feeling like, they're entitled. But it's more or less, it's just getting more to the place of you just want to make sure you're stable. You working with good people. You learned your lesson. And you feel like that type of energy is boring. You got other options. You're not with the reindeer games. You're moving ahead with the silver lining. Yeah, you definitely should look like some traveling. Because it looked like the inevitable is that they are unpredictably chaotic. What I'm trying to say is, like, that when something come up, it's going to need major help. Like, anytime they come through, it's a big spectacle. They're going to want something big. And that's why you're trying to put some distance in between it, because you really see this has nothing to do with you. This is just something that's really that they have to work through. Okay, let's get some more clarifying cards here for you, Gemini. Let's see. Gemini, please. October 2022. October 2022. Look at this. Excuse me. Like I said, we're going to hear all types of things. A small apartment. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes, and the cut is this Queen of Wands in reverse with the Tower in reverse. It does look like there's like I said, a strong manipulative feminine energy that moves from this place of lack, where, because they don't feel financially secure, they react. It doesn't mean a gender, it's just the energy, again, how they moving. But again, we're going to see what comes out here for Gemini, please. Here, even when I see this twin flame and the Four of Wands in reverse, it does show that there was a connection, strong connection here that's just too much to bear. It's not karmically aligned to see it to have a true future. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Magician. Is that you again? Again, it's also feeling like for some of you, even when I seen that Bambi card too with Thumper and that rabbit, is making me see something else that you really felt in the pain that you was in, that they was like more or less the pain that you was in when y'all came together. I think for some, I guess, they thought that you would stay in this dark place. Like you wouldn't see these endless opportunities once you heal. Because for them, they kind of counted on the fact of you being in this place with them or needing them or feeling as if, but you never was a need, but just the fact that because when you did at one point, thought it was a source of support, emotional or family or whatever. It just felt like we was both as two people that could help each other. But when it came back together trying to make attempts, it's because for some you didn't want to leave this person alone in the rain, disappointed, like even though they didn't come through for you. And now seeing that it doesn't pay for you to keep giving them the benefit of the doubt, I see a Ten of Swords in reverse with the Three of Swords right behind it. It's just saying you don't have to basically reconcile to the point to forgive them. It's like you taking the time to heal and focus on your wish fulfillment because you see there's no value in that connection. It's just draining. It's hindering you, and you feel like it's intentional. Yeah, it's no longer trying to be it's like no longer just taking a leap on the strength of how you feel about them. It's more or less being secure with the fact that that's not realistic because that's not on their mind. It's like, how many times did they stab you in the back? Look at the Three of Swords in reverse. It's like just to close that door can truly heal. Here goes you again with this Queen of Swords, using discernment, but your fear and focus and making your point clear that you can't go there. Gemini, again, you can't go there. You can't. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yep, because you don't even want to see how it's going to pan out. It already showed you what it was numerous times before, and you even seen actually the course and trusting in this. Let me get advice and outcome for Gemini, please. Advice and outcome for Gemini, please. Advice and outcome. The highest good of Gemini, please. Let me let you know for Gemini, just in both clarification. The clarification, you came out twice. You said, as the Magician energy and with the Lovers in reverse. There's Virgo here as well, with the Hermit here and the Magician and the Fool in reverse. Aries energy. Let's see for Gemini, please. Advice and outcome for Gemini, October 2022. Advice and outcome for Gemini, please. We need to see for Gemini, please. Advice and outcome for Gemini. Advice and outcome, please. Advice and outcome, please. Yeah, no more. You're not. Listen, what I see is the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Lovers upright. You're not interested as of yet. What I see as far as looking at this opportunity. Let me just see what it's. Let me see what's coming out here. Okay. What I see, which is beautiful, is you standing in your power, looking beautiful. Male, female, gender is not the issue, it's the energy that's exuding. Yeah. Because why is the reason why I see is the effort to take a step towards this level, make the choice, because there's choices here, is because for some, one of the choices is a return, but also for some of you, you're more focused, you're not interested because you're focused on your own mission. It's more or less that certain things that you are working with, the struggling energy, your options here, it's always about putting you in a highest position. Yeah, you're in your head too about this accountability and your happiness. But it's there. It's just like something in your head about the way people take accountability, right? But what I see, the Sun in reverse, is that for some of you, you don't see this person ever taking accountability. You see them always staying unapologetic, stuck in their ways. But either way, you see it also not giving them a victory. Mm-hmm. But you also feel that's no longer your concern because your untold story is what you're more invested in. You really is kind of, it seemed annoyed at the fact that you lost so much sleep and interference with your wish fulfillment. That certain things that have to do with this connection has you stuck. But you're definitely detaching from that and seeing the truth for what it is and starting to realize that certain things is not your story. That's just on them. And that toxicity was something that you no longer feel you got to even defend. Sagittarius, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn. I want to see what else is here because what I really think is that there are better options for you. And for some of you, you see when this person returns it's because they have no other options. Let's see. Yeah, you letting go of the hold of the past. Definitely, it looks like the negative hold they had on you. And all the things you thought you believed negatively about yourself or that hindered you. Any type of guilt, it's like you're coming out of it. It's more or less seeing the reality of the BS somebody was feeding you. Let's see for Geminis, please. Hey, Geminis, please show me I need to see clarification. Every time I mess up the cut, I gotta do one more shuffle for Some of you realize that you're so relieved that you found out before it was too late, or some lies had you caught up for a real long time. Here you go again. This energy of this lack left out in the cold, I think you really understands and realizing who they is and how much you could really depend on them, and that you never really could have. They really needed you. That's why they return, because they really see the stability and loyalty and abundance that you have. But it's more or less what I am. Oh, it's just like it's a lot of work. And for some, I believe they feel too entitled to do it. They feel like they're going to be looking foolish to be accommodating you. For some. Because I see that the judgment in reverse, they're still not seeing what they're supposed to see to take accountability. You can't, it's like this choice not to go forward and don't see that as a place that you should even consider. It's because you see how resistant, combative, and competitive, low vibrational. And that choice that you have, you don't want it. That Two of Cups is in reverse. You're like, no, thank you. Because when they return, where I see is them wanting to return, wanting to make things, it's because they see you as this choice. And they know they was playing Cupid. They know they was doing some snaky moves and moving a certain way that you felt like, because they have no other resources and opportunities, that you see what it is, so you're not making any foolish, it's like basically it's saying, because you see they basically moving not out of love but out of need. It makes you look at it with the side eye, like you can be an option. You're not the main priority, meaning now you don't feel as passionate about it. You don't feel like it's something that you have to like intensely address, or it just more or less don't feel like that anymore, because you're seeing the power you hold in this, and you're holding on to the fact that they're not willing to admit what they need to work on the things they should. So it's more or less they have to deal with the repercussions and the consequences as they should. Yeah. Yeah. As much as you felt like you're more committed to making the right decision than anything. Okay? I see Virgo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Gemini. Yeah, and Libra. Alrighties. So, that's what I see for this read for you, Geminis. Let me know in the comments below, only if you choose to. But either way, I thank you again for coming through. Till next time, love and light.